We're talking about one of the most beloved pieces of video game music ever written, the Gerudo Valley theme from The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Let's go!
Why does it bop so hard? For over 2 decades, this melody has burned itself into the hearts of players everywhere. The driving Spanish guitar, the bold trumpets, that rhythm you can't help but sway to. But here's the mystery. Why did Koji Kondo, Nintendo's legendary composer, give the Gerudo, a desert tribe with Middle Eastern influences, a theme so obviously inspired by Spanish flamenco guitar?
Nice.
To answer, we must fly into both music theory and world history. Pack some seeds, traveler. This is going to be a dusty journey. Welcome back to the Root Note Roost. I invite you to step into the desert winds, where music, memory, and history all twist together like shifting sands. The Gerudo in Ocarina of Time are presented as desert dwellers, outsiders on the edge of Hyrule. Their architecture resembles Montezuma Castle or Bandelier Monument in the American Southwest, and perhaps the Bandiagara Escarpment in Mali.
Wow!
Their society is inspired partly by the Greek Amazons, a mythic tribe of warrior women, and their reputation as thieves echoes tales from Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Their symbol, once a crescent moon and star, drew clear Islamic parallels. And Hyrule itself? Its architecture and churches are unmistakably European, almost medieval Catholic in tone. The relationship between Hyrule and the Gerudo echoes a real-world tension: Christian Spain versus the Moors. The Moors were Muslim people from North Africa who invaded Spain in 711 AD, ruling the Iberian Peninsula for centuries.
What?
During that time, Spain became a thriving cultural and economic hub, but slowly, Christian Spain fought back, pushing south over centuries until finally expelling the Moors in 1492. The result was both conflict and cultural mixing, architecture, cuisine, language, and, most important to us, music.
Oh my god! Wow!
You see the parallel, don't you? The Gerudo, a desert people, separated from Hyrule by only a small river, constantly at odds with their neighbors, yet shaping them all the same. So why does Gerudo Valley sound like Spanish guitar? Because Spain itself is the child of cultural collision. Moorish influence seeped into Spain's buildings, food, words, and rhythms. Even today, nearly 8% of the Spanish dictionary traces its roots back to Arabic. And then came another influence: the Roma people, travelers from northern India who brought their dances and instruments into southern Spain. From this collision of cultures, Christian, Muslim, Romani, flamenco was born. Flamenco guitar is distinctive. It uses lighter woods and strings close to the face. Players don't just strum. They strike, slap, and knock on the guitar itself, adding a percussive heartbeat. Add to this the palmas, complex hand-clapping patterns, and the castanets, played by dancers. And you have a style that is half rhythm, half fire. If you've ever heard of Spanish guitar, you've probably already heard those rolling rasgueados strums in your mind already.
Okay.
Kondo didn't pick this style at random. He knew exactly what he was evoking: the sound of a culture formed at the crossroads, just like the Gerudo. It's all starting to click now, isn't it? Do you remember the first time you tried to enter Gerudo Valley back in the day and the music kicked in? Let's hear about it in the comments below. Now, let's take apart the song itself.
Yeah, boy.
Gerudo Valley is written in F-sharp minor. That might surprise you, since the song feels upbeat and energetic, but minor keys carry a subtle sense of longing. It's a perfect fit for the Gerudo, proud, powerful, yet tinged with melancholy. The time signature is 4/4, emphasizing the strong downbeats on 1 and 3, classic for flamenco rhythm. First, the percussion. A steady pattern comes in right after the intro guitar and never leaves. It feels a lot like palmas, hand clapping, which in flamenco isn't just keeping time, but a deep art form of its own, weaving into complex polyrhythms. Some also hear it as castanets, those iconic wooden clappers used in dance. Either way, that beat anchors the song. Then, the rhythm guitar enters, laying down a progression. First, sixth, seventh, fifth. This progression is common in flamenco, but here's the clever part. In F-sharp minor, the 5 chord should normally be minor. Kondo makes it major instead. That simple change creates tension, a brightness that shouldn't be there, and makes the eventual resolution more satisfying. Over this, the solo guitar plays the melody, and it's full of tricks. Kondo sneaks in non-chord tones, like G-sharp over an F-sharp minor chord, clashing for a brief 16th note before resolving. It's fleeting, but it gives the melody sparkle and unpredictability. The solo also sometimes plays 2-note harmonies, adding richness. And then come the trumpets. They echo the solo guitar, sometimes playing in unison, sometimes playing in harmony, and eventually taking the melody entirely. The interplay between guitar and trumpets adds texture, as if the Gerudo's theme itself is a dialogue, strings and brass, past and present. Finally, the song loops, the bridge resetting back to the beginning. Like the endless cycle of desert days, it never truly ends. Gerudo Valley isn't just catchy, it's layered with cultural resonance. By choosing flamenco, Kondo tied the Gerudo's story to a real history of desert people meeting European kingdoms, of outsiders shaping insiders, of tension and beauty born in the cracks between civilizations. The Gerudo, like the Moors, are seen by their neighbors as thieves, others, outsiders. But their music? It sings with fire, dignity, and rhythm. It's not just a desert theme. It's a tapestry of history, bound together by 6 strings. So, traveler, when you next hear that opening guitar lick, remember this. Koji Kondo wasn't just writing a jam. He was telling a story of cultural collision, of resilience, and of the beauty born from tension. That's why Gerudo Valley doesn't just bop. It echoes throughout history, possibly for eternity. For much more curiosity and many more bops, don't forget to subscribe. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a little bag of roasted chickpeas here. Pairs perfectly with that F-sharp minor chord. Until next time, keep listening, keep bopping.